Hi there, my name is Harriet and I study at University College London, and today I'm going to teach you how to use the grenade framework for answers that go off with a bang. The question I'm going to be answering is outline and evaluate the biological explanations of schizophrenia. I will run you through every letter of the framework, but remember in your own answers you can pick the ones that are most applicable. First of all, though, I do need to outline the biological explanations of schizophrenia. These argue that the genes we inherit increase the likelihood of developing schizophrenia. It is believed that several genes, when inherited in combination, increase the likelihood that a person will develop schizophrenia in their future. Now I can move on to the evaluation, and the first letter is G for gender bias. So Gender is actually a strength of biological explanations of schizophrenia. This is because they are based on studies that include both men and women. For example, Gottesman in 1991 did a meta-analysis of 40 twin studies that included male twins, female twins, and a mixture of both. Therefore, gender bias was eliminated. Then I can consider reductionism. One evaluation point of biological explanations of schizophrenia is that it is reductionist. This is because the genetic explanations of schizophrenia reduce schizophrenia to simple biological explanations like inherited genes. This can be seen as a strength, as it means genetic explanations of schizophrenia can be supported by valid, controlled research, increasing the validity of biological explanations. However, it can also be seen as a weakness of biological explanations of schizophrenia, as because it reduces schizophrenia to genetic explanations, we lose the interactions between different factors, for example, the social and genetic factors, in the development of the disorder. Next, I can consider ethical issues. For example, does the research rely on valid morphology? A weakness of genetic explanations is that they rely on twin studies, which are flawed. One reason for this is that identical twins are very rare, and only 1% of all identical twins would be expected to have schizophrenia. This means sample sizes tend to be small, and this may explain why the results of twin studies often vary greatly across different researchers. I must then evaluate nature versus nurture, and a weakness of biological explanations of schizophrenia is that there is a large emphasis on nature, but if the disorder was completely genetic, we would expect a 100% concordance rate amongst identical twins, which was not seen in Gottesman's meta-analysis. Therefore, this is a weakness of the approach. I can then evaluate approach, whether it's idiographic or nomothetic. The approach doesn't put any emphasis on the individual, focusing only on biological inheritance and quantitative statistics. Therefore, it is a nomothetic approach. Next, I can evaluate determinism versus free will. Another evaluation point of biological explanations of schizophrenia is that they are deterministic. This is because genetic explanations can be seen to suggest that some individuals will inevitably develop schizophrenia because of their genetics. This can be seen as a strength because of the nature of schizophrenia, no one would choose to develop it, suggesting it could be caused by factors outside a person's control. However, determinism can also be seen as a weakness of genetic explanations, as it can be seen as pessimistic and due to interaction between social and biological factors means we cannot necessarily predict whether someone will develop schizophrenia on the basis of biological explanations. Finally, I can evaluate ethnocentrism. This is slightly less applicable to this question, but I can identify it as an area that will need further research in the future, as there is relatively little at the moment. That concludes my answer, and today I have shown you how to use the grenade framework to answer a scientific methods question for an answer that goes off with a bang.